The Eberspacher sisters are the fourth generation on this farm in Beaver Crossing, Nebraska. Emily, Hannah, and Sarah grew up showing horses.
Bought my first horse when I was 10. And Hannah and Sarah were still getting into it and stuff, but they were 5 years younger, so they were just, toting along pretty much. And then it kind of just proceeded into going to more open shows and paint horse shows and getting more competitive, and then kind of passing that first horse on to my sisters and me moving on to another horse that would take me farther in competitions.
Just something we can do together, and we'll haul to shows together and all that kind of stuff.
And you still do it, right?
Yeah, so Emily isn't showing quite as much, but Sarah and I will go almost every weekend to a horse show.
The girls' hobby became a major part of their lives, but they suffered a big setback when Mother Nature intervened.
In Nebraska, every season, there's always tornadoes, there's always tornado warnings. I mean, we've, literally our whole lives. We have a storm shelter in our house that you get to through the basement. We've never, ever gone into our storm shelter, even all those years of tornado warnings. It's just, we've never felt the need, and we haven't had the need. And so that day, though, we went into the storm shelter.
The lid blew off, and you could just see everything blowing around out there. And so it was actually hailing, raining, and stuff falling in on top of us. And we, it stopped, and obviously we were all just sitting down there crying, praying, what is happening?
We came outside and the place was just like a war zone. It's something we've never experienced. It was just so emotional.
The whole indoor riding arena was completely gone. And the only thing you could see standing was the little walk-through door.
2 of their horses died in the storm, and the rest had fled into the chaos.
My shoes got sucked up and I was running through mud up to my knees because there was so much rain. And so we finally got all of the horses back into the arena, and we're all right, who do we need to haul out? Who do we need to fix? Who do we need to bandage?
Amazingly, the rest of the horses recovered, and so did the Eberspacher family.
So we kind of slowly started rebuilding. The bunkhouse actually used to be an old chicken coop. And so we're well, maybe we should make a little guest house. So that added an element onto our facility that we'd never had before. And so we added that on, we redid the barn, we rebuilt the indoor arena.
Emily had started college by that point, and a business program led to the birth of a new idea.
Well, we have this really cool facility that we just rebuilt, and we have this new feature on it with the bunkhouse. And obviously competing all over the country, you have to haul your horses long hours, and you always have to find some place to lay over. And so I kind of walked up to my professor and I was hey, what do you think about a horse motel? And he's oh my gosh, Emily, that's amazing. You need to do this.
Triple E Equine's horse motel has exceeded expectations, bringing in visitors from all over.
It's been so fun to meet all the different people and the horses, and I'm so glad that we did it.
Head to Nebraska and find out why this is a great place to rest your boots and hooves.